let's trade it now. Tim Biggin is with us, options strategist, Pilot AI. How are you approaching your example trade for JP Chase? Good morning to you.
Morning, Sam. And yeah, looking at JP Morgan, which, beat pretty nicely on both the top and bottom line, as you and Molly alluded to, the loan loss reserves were really the thing that kind of torpedoed it right after the opening. As the stock opened well above 300, then when that news came out, instantly kind of approached that 295 support level on the stock, which held, I think, the all-time highs kind of distant here around that 320 level. So I just am looking for kind of that range to hold the rest of this week. IV even post earnings still hanging in there. So I'm doing an Iron Condor trade, selling an out of the money call spread up around that kind of all-time high area, and a out of the money put spread at that 295 support area, collecting at least on the opening around 80 cents. It's dropped a little bit since the stock has moved a little bit in our favor here. But I think, given the fact that IV is elevated, not only in JP Morgan, but across almost all stocks now, this trade structure where you can kind of take a look where the all-time highs are, sell that, and then position kind of down around support or just below the 20-day moving average for many stocks, and collect some very nice premium on both sides, really not looking for a rip-roaring rally. And as we know, all these sell-offs, at least so far, have been met with some buying, so the downside looks muted until further notice from here as well.
Yeah, it was interesting. I heard some traders commenting this morning. A bit of a tough day to be reporting on what is a risk off with a few other things going on in the market. So what's your steer on the overall performance today? I mean, we are off the session's lows, but there seems to be a bit of caution out there right now, Tim.
Yeah, and I think more of the same going forward, Sam. I think that momentum to the upside finally looks to be broken. So I think that kind of Friday price action took a lot of wind out of the sails from the Momo guys. So I think you'll start seeing more of that, kind of big range, no change from day to day, not only with what's coming out of Washington, but with earnings season starting here. So valuations certainly stretched on most stocks. Earnings growth expecting to be pretty decent, and it better be to support the valuations. But until further notice, it seems like everyone is still just buying these dips here, relenting to nothing, right? So until it breaks, it doesn't. So I'll continue to play selling out of the money, kind of call spreads, put spreads both, because IV has jumped nicely. I can get further out of the money for the same credit, or get the same distance out for a bigger credit, or the combination of two. I think it's a great time to be using kind of these option strategies to position to make money from nothing.
Okay. Appreciate your time, Tim. Thanks so much for joining us as always. Tim Biggin there, options strategist, Pilot AI. See you next time.